This is one of my favourite sounds in music, and it's just the same type of simple chord movement at the heart of it, which creates this kind of melancholic, sad feeling. It can sound haunting, it can sound epic depending how it's used. So it's good to build a library of these common musical devices we use, little chord movements like this. And when you get used to them, that means that you can use them when you want, you can recognise them when you hear them, you can figure them out when you're trying to work out chords to songs. When we're in a major key, chord 4 is a major chord. So the thing I want to show you is songs that use chord 4 but change it to a minor chord. Now we call that 4 minor to make it clear we've changed it from the usual major. And we tend to write those numbers in Roman numerals, uppercase for major chords, lowercase for minor chords. Let me explain what that means in the key of C. So in the C major scale, the fourth note, 1, 2, 3, 4, is F. So if we play an F major chord, that fits in the key because all the notes are in the C major scale. They're in the key of C major. And that's the same for every major key. Chord 4 should be a major chord to fit perfectly in the key. But what's happening is we change that to a minor chord, and that means we get a note that goes out of the key. And in all these examples, we're going to follow that by playing the 1 chord. So in the key of C, the 1 chord is C major. Chord number 1 just starts on the first note of the scale, and we call that the tonic. That's the home chord in the key where everything sounds resolved and settled. So in this key, we've got F major, that's 4 major, to F minor, that's 4 minor, to C major, that's 1 major. And that's exactly what they used in the pre-chorus to Don't Look Back in Anger. So the same chords are part of the chorus of Space Oddity. I think Bowie's on my list of people I wish I could have seen live. Let me know in the comments who's on your list. Who do you wish you could have seen live when you had the chance? Anyway, it's also used in this song. The only difference here is that the F major has the A from the chord in the bass, so we call that an F over A, and the F minor has the A flat from the chord in the bass, so we call that F minor over A flat. The chords are essentially the same though, they're just using different bass notes in this case. Remember, all this is taking chord 4, which is major, changing it to minor, and then going back home to the number 1 chord. And it's quite straightforward to find what the chord should be in any key. You just have to look at the major scale. So in the key of G major, look at the G major scale, find the 4th note, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we'd have C major, turn it into a minor chord, and then just play the 1 chord, which in the key of G is G. And then you found 4, 4 minor, 1 in the key of G. Or in the key of D major, look to the 4th note of the D major scale, which is G, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you build a G major chord, turn it into a G minor chord, and then play a D major chord because we're in the key of D. And remember, once you know what the chords are, there's all different ways you can actually play them. Okay, let's look at this moment in the Chopin piece. So I mean this bit here. This is in the key of E flat major, the 4th note in the E flat major scale, is A flat. The left hand part just uses notes from an A flat major chord, ends up in a root position, and then it changes to an A flat minor, so it ends up on an A flat minor root position. And that's just accompanied with a melody in the right hand, but obviously altogether that sounds amazing. And then we've got this famous riff from No Surprises by Radiohead. Just to point out, the original recording is actually in a weird tuning. So I've just adjusted it so it fits with a normal key, and that's in F major. So in this riff, it doesn't actually use the 4 major and then change it to minor. It just goes between 1 major and 4 minor. So in the key of F, 1 is an F major. And then chord 4 in the key of F is B flat. It's the 4th note of the F major scale. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it outlines a B flat minor triad. So there's a B flat minor triad. And then it just continues to climb up through the scale back to the first note of the melody. And Radiohead have also used this trick again in Creep, where this time they actually do go from 4 major to 4 minor. I just have one more example, but if the video's been interesting or helpful, then click the like button because that really helps out the channel. And if you have any questions, ask them down below in the comments. That's in the key of A major, the 4th note of the A major scale. 1, 2, 3, 4 is D. So the last bit of that progression was D major to D minor, and back to the tonic A major. One more thing to point out is that sometimes people may consider this to be a borrowed chord from the parallel minor. So in the key of C major, the F minor didn't fit, but it does fit in the key of C minor. So you might hear that kind of thing called a borrowed chord. Part of the reason this sounds so good is we have a kind of chromatic movement with these chord changes, which give us this really nice voice leading, a sense of pull from chord to chord. So if you follow this note, starts on A, it goes down a half step, down another half step. Next, you could check out this beginner chord pattern, which actually uses this chord change. And there's plenty of other content on the channel and linked in the description to check out too. Thanks for watching.